So here's the deal with Michael Corleone and that whole Joey Zaza situation. When we catch up with Michael in Godfather 3, he's fundamentally changed from the calculated killer we knew before. He's approaching 60, physically deteriorating with diabetes and carrying the immense psychological weight of his past decisions, especially ordering his brother Fredo's murder, which has haunted him for decades. Michael refused to kill Joey Zaza for several important reasons. First and foremost, he was genuinely trying to transform the Corleone Empire into something legitimate. That Immobiliare deal was his endgame, a $600 million investment that would give him controlling interest in an international real estate company with Vatican connections. This was Michael's ticket to respectability, and any violence would jeopardize it. The timing was especially critical, since he was so close to finalizing everything. Joey Zaza is nothing. He's a small-time enforcer, threats, nothing. We'll be able to see him coming a mile away, he tells Vincent, dismissing Zaza as a strategic non-threat. But the reasons go much deeper than just business strategy. Michael had been methodically working for years to escape his violent past. Michael never wanted this life to begin with, and now he was desperately trying to outrun it. Every act of violence was like quicksand pulling him back into the abyss he'd fought so hard to escape. Never hate your enemies. It affects your judgment, he warns Vincent. At one point, this wasn't just throwaway advice, but a lesson Michael had paid dearly to learn through decades of bloodshed. Joey Zaza was definitely a problem. Flashy, disrespectful, and violent in ways that threatened the careful image Michael was trying to build. Vincent had even told Michael that Zaza was going around saying, "Fuck Michael Corleone," behind his back. But Michael recognized that Zaza, despite his obnoxious behavior, was still part of the old system he was dismantling. Taking him out would cause unpredictable ripples throughout the criminal underworld and potentially spark a new war. Michael's anguished cry, "Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in," after the Atlantic City massacre perfectly captures how trapped he feels. Every attempt to go legitimate seems to drag him back to violence. When Vincent kills Zaza during the street festival, Michael is furious, not just at the insubordination, but at the attention it draws. "Don't ever, again, give that kind of order. Not while I'm alive. Understand? I command this family, right or wrong," he roars. This isn't just about territory. It's about Vincent's failure to grasp the delicate balance Michael has spent years constructing. Later, Michael tries to teach Vincent the importance of discretion with "never let anyone know what you're thinking," passing down wisdom from his father while struggling to maintain control in an increasingly chaotic situation. As the Don, Michael believed important decisions needed to come from him, just as his father Vito had operated. Vincent's actions weren't just about killing Zaza. They were a direct challenge to Michael's authority, at a time when he needed absolute control to navigate delicate negotiations. It undermined years of Michael's careful positioning and strategy. What Vincent didn't understand, though, but Michael clearly suspected, was that Zaza wasn't acting alone. Michael believed Don Altobello was orchestrating events from behind the scenes. By killing Zaza, Vincent eliminated just a pawn, while alerting the real players that Michael was onto them. Vincent saw only the immediate threat, while Michael was thinking several moves ahead like the chess master he'd become. The situation became more complicated when Connie got involved. While Michael was recovering from his diabetic stroke, Connie and Vincent took matters into their own hands. This independent action not only undermined Michael's authority, but demonstrated how the cycle of violence was continuing through the next generation of the family, precisely what Michael had been trying to prevent. Vincent, as Sonny's illegitimate son, inherited not just his father's temper, but his tendency toward violent solutions. When he killed Zaza, it wasn't just another mob hit, it was the continuation of a cycle that Michael had desperately tried to break. This created yet another generation trapped in the same patterns of violence and retribution. Michael's opposition to killing Zaza wasn't weakness, it reflected his evolution as a character. His fury when Vincent disobeyed wasn't just about control, it was the reaction of a man watching his life's work and chance at redemption crumble before his eyes. That famous line about being pulled back in isn't just a catchy phrase. It's the cry of a man whose every step toward legitimacy casts a longer shadow behind him. The truly heartbreaking part is that Michael knew from experience the terrible price of violence. He'd lost Kay, alienated his children, and sacrificed his soul through his previous choices. When he raged at Vincent, he wasn't just angry about one unauthorized hit. He was seeing the ghosts of all his past decisions coming back to claim yet another generation of his family, right when he thought he might finally break free.